You are enough. Right now, exactly as you are enough. Take a breath with me. Let your shoulders drop just a little. You showed up. That matters. That simple choice to be here, to give yourself this time, says something real about who you are and who you're becoming. I am worthy of this moment. I am worthy of stillness. I am worthy of my own attention. Let's settle in together. Find a position that feels sustainable. You don't need to be perfectly still or perfectly comfortable. Just present. Just willing. Notice where your body meets whatever is supporting you. The chair, the bed, the floor. Feel that contact. Let it remind you that you are held. You are supported. Even when life feels uncertain, there is ground beneath you. I am here. I am present. I am ready to receive what serves me. Take another breath. This one is just for you. Not for anyone else. Not to prove anything. Just a gift of oxygen and presence. I give myself permission to be here fully. I release the need to be anywhere else right now. I choose this moment. Something powerful happens when we choose ourselves. When we carve out space, even small space, to remember who we are beneath the noise. You're doing that right now. And that's not small. That's everything. I am choosing myself. I am honoring my needs. I am learning to put myself on my own list. For too long, maybe you've been running on empty. Giving and giving. Showing up for everyone else while quietly pushing your own needs aside. That ends here. Not with guilt. Not with dramatic change. Just with a gentle turning toward yourself. I matter. My needs matter. My rest matters. My peace matters. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Let your jaw soften. These small places hold so much tension we don't even notice anymore. I am allowed to take up space. I am allowed to have needs. I am allowed to meet those needs without apology. Let's talk about worth for a moment. Not the kind you earn. Not the kind that depends on what you produce or achieve or contribute. The kind that just is. The kind you were born with. The kind that can never be taken away. I am worthy because I exist. I do not need to earn my place here. I do not need to prove my value. I am valuable simply because I am. This can feel strange at first. We're taught that worth comes from doing, from accomplishing, from being useful. But beneath all of that, there is a you that exists before any task, any role, any expectation. I am more than my productivity. I am more than my achievements. I am more than what I do for others. Feel your feet. If you're sitting, notice the soles of your feet against the floor. If you're lying down, notice the weight of your legs. This body carries you through everything. It deserves your kindness. I am grateful for this body. I treat myself with kindness. I speak to myself the way I would speak to someone I love. In a moment, we'll explore what it means to trust yourself. But first, let's stay here with worth a little longer. Think of a child. Any child. A baby, even. Do they need to do anything to be worthy of love? Of care? Of attention? No. Their worth is inherent. It simply is. You were that child once. And that worthiness never left you. It got buried, maybe, under criticism, under comparison, under all the ways you learned you weren't quite enough. But it's still there. It was always there. I reconnect with my inherent worth. I remember that I have always been enough. I release the lies that told me otherwise. I am not broken. I am not too much. I am not too little. I am exactly, precisely, wholly myself. Let your breath deepen just slightly, not forced. Just a little more space in the inhale, a little more release in the exhale. I breathe in worth. I breathe out doubt. I breathe in acceptance. I breathe out judgment. Now, let's move into something that might feel a little edgier. Trust. Self-trust. The quiet knowing that you can rely on yourself. Maybe trust has been hard. Maybe people have let you down. Maybe you've let yourself down. That's okay. Trust isn't about perfection. It's about showing up again and again, even after the falls. I am learning to trust myself. I trust myself to handle what comes. I trust myself to figure things out. I trust myself to ask for help when I need it. Close your eyes for a moment if that feels comfortable. Picture yourself 1 year ago. See that version of you. All the worries they carried. All the challenges they faced. And notice you're still here. You made it through. You found a way. I have survived every hard day so far. I have more strength than I realize. I have proven my resilience again and again. This is evidence. Real evidence. Not wishful thinking. You have a track record of getting through, of adapting, of finding your footing even when the ground shifts. I can do hard things. I have done hard things. I will continue to do hard things. Open your eyes softly if they were closed. Roll your shoulders back once, gently. Let them settle. Trust also means trusting your instincts. That quiet voice inside that knows things before your mind catches up. Maybe you've learned to ignore it. Maybe you've been told it's not valid. But it is. Your intuition is information. I trust my inner knowing. I listen to the quiet voice within. I honor my instincts. When something feels off, I pay attention. When something feels right, I move toward it. This doesn't mean you'll always be right. This doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. But trusting yourself means you're willing to learn from those mistakes rather than be destroyed by them. I allow myself to be imperfect. I learn from my missteps. I grow through my mistakes. I am not my failures. Soften your belly. We hold so much there. Fear, anxiety, the need to protect ourselves. Let it soften, just a little. You're safe here. I am safe to be myself. I am safe to make mistakes. I am safe to grow. Soon, we'll explore releasing what holds you back. But first, let's build a little more. Confidence isn't loud. Real confidence is quiet. It's the steady hum of knowing who you are and being okay with it. Not better than anyone. Not less than anyone. Just yourself. Fully, unapologetically yourself. I am confident in who I am. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I don't need approval to know my worth. I approve of myself. I accept myself. I like who I am becoming. Picture this. Imagine standing in a room full of people. Everyone is doing their thing, being their version of themselves. And there you are. Not shrinking. Not performing. Just being. Comfortable in your skin. At ease with your presence. I belong in any room I enter. I have something valuable to offer. I don't need to be the loudest to be heard. My presence matters. My voice matters. My perspective matters. Take a breath here. Let that image settle. Let it become familiar. This version of you already exists. You're just learning to access it more often. Now we arrive at something important. Letting go. Releasing what no longer serves you. We carry so much. Old stories. Old hurts. Old versions of ourselves that we've outgrown but still drag behind us like heavy luggage. What if you could set some of that down? I release what no longer serves me. I let go of outdated beliefs about myself. I shed old skins that no longer fit. I am not who I was. I am who I am becoming. This doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen. It means loosening your grip. It means choosing not to let yesterday's pain dictate today's possibilities. I can honor my past without being trapped by it. I can acknowledge hurt without reliving it endlessly. I can remember and still move forward. Roll your neck gently, side to side. Release any holding there. The neck carries the weight of all our should-haves and what-ifs. Let some of that go. I forgive myself for what I didn't know. I forgive myself for the choices I made with limited information. I did the best I could with what I had. I am learning. I am growing. I am human. Let me guide you through a brief visualization. Stay with me here. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a calm, clear lake. The water is still. The air is fresh. In your hands, you're holding a stone. This stone represents something you're ready to release. A belief that's held you back. A fear that's kept you small. A story that's no longer true. Feel the weight of it in your hands. Now, when you're ready, imagine pulling your arm back and throwing that stone into the water. Watch it arc through the air. Watch it hit the surface. Watch the ripples spread out, further and further, until the water is still again. The stone is gone. The water remains clear. And you remain standing, lighter than before. I release what weighs me down. I let go with grace. I make space for what's next. Return your attention to this room, this moment. Feel your body. Notice the lightness, even if it's subtle. We're moving deeper now, into something that might be the most important piece of all. Your relationship with yourself. How do you speak to yourself when no one is listening? What words do you use? What tone? If you spoke to a friend the way you sometimes speak to yourself, would they stick around? I choose to speak kindly to myself. I choose words that build me up. I choose thoughts that support my growth. I am my own ally. I am my own advocate. I am on my own team. This takes practice. The old critical voice is loud and familiar. But every time you catch it and choose a gentler word, you're rewiring something. You're building a new pathway. When I catch criticism, I pause. When I hear harshness, I soften. When I notice judgment, I offer compassion instead. Press your palms together gently, feeling the warmth between your hands. This is contact with yourself. This is presence. I am here for myself. I show up for myself. I don't abandon myself when things get hard. In a few moments, we'll step into the most empowering part of our time together. But let's sit here a little longer with self-compassion. You have been through things that were hard, things that left marks, and you're still here, still breathing, still trying. That deserves acknowledgement. I acknowledge my struggles. I honor my journey. I recognize my courage. I am proud of myself for still being here. I am proud of myself for still trying. I am proud of myself for not giving up. This isn't about toxic positivity. This isn't about pretending everything is fine when it isn't. This is about recognizing that you're doing something hard by simply being human, and you're doing it with more grace than you give yourself credit for. I am doing better than I think I am. I am stronger than I feel. I am closer to where I want to be than I realize. Breathe deeply. Let your chest expand. Let your ribs move. Let your lungs fill completely. Then release it all. Now, let's talk about your power. Not power over others. Not power as force or control. Power as presence. Power as choice. Power is the ability to shape your life through your decisions, your focus, your daily actions. I am powerful. I have the power to choose. I have the power to change. I have the power to create. Every day, you make hundreds of choices. What to think about? What to focus on? How to respond? Where to put your energy? These choices shape your reality more than any external circumstance. I choose where I put my attention. I choose what I believe about myself. I choose how I respond to challenges. I am not a victim of my thoughts. I am the curator of my mind. I decide what gets to stay. Straighten your spine just a little. Not rigid, just tall. Feel the dignity of your posture. This is the posture of someone who knows their worth. I stand tall in who I am. I take up space without apology. I own my presence. Let's go somewhere powerful together. Close your eyes again if that feels right. Picture yourself 6 months from now. Not in some fantasy life, but in your real life. Only you've been doing this work. You've been showing up for yourself. You've been speaking kindly. You've been trusting your instincts. You've been releasing what doesn't serve you. See yourself in that future. Notice how you carry yourself. Notice the steadiness in your eyes. Notice the calm in your presence. This person isn't perfect. They still have challenges. But they move through the world differently now. That person is you. They're not far away. They're already forming with every breath you take here, every affirmation you speak, every moment you choose yourself. I am becoming who I want to be. I am evolving. I am unfolding. I am on my way. Each day I grow. Each day I learn. Each day I move closer to my truest self. Let that future self fade gently. Return to now. But bring back the feeling, the knowing. This is where you're headed. We're past the midpoint now. Let's deepen. Sometimes the biggest obstacle to growth isn't what's outside us. It's what's inside. The stories we tell ourselves. The limits we've accepted. The beliefs that feel like facts but are really just old programming. I question the beliefs that hold me back. I examine the stories I tell myself. I ask, is this true? Is this helpful? Is this mine? Not every thought deserves belief. Just because something crosses your mind doesn't mean it's accurate or useful. You get to choose what you accept. I filter my thoughts with care. I keep what serves me. I release what doesn't. I am not my thoughts. I am the one who observes them. I am the one who chooses which ones to follow. Let your hands rest openly, palms up if comfortable. This is a posture of receiving, of openness, of willingness. I am open to new possibilities. I am willing to see things differently. I am ready for positive change. What if you trusted that things could work out? Not that they definitely will. Not that nothing bad will happen. But that you have the capacity to navigate whatever comes. I trust in my ability to handle uncertainty. I don't need to know every step to take the next one. I can move forward without all the answers. Life is uncertain. That will never change. But your ability to meet life, to respond to it, to keep going, that's proven. You have evidence of your own resilience. I am adaptable. I am resourceful. I find my way. When one door closes, I look for windows. When plans change, I adjust. When life surprises me, I rise to meet it. Roll your wrists gently. Flex your fingers. These hands have done so much. Let them rest now. Let's touch on something tender. Comparison. It's easy to look at others and feel behind. To scroll through curated images of success and feel like you're failing. To measure your chapter 3 against someone else's chapter 20. I release the habit of comparison. I stay in my own lane. I run my own race. Someone else's success doesn't diminish mine. Someone else's path doesn't invalidate mine. There is room for all of us to thrive. Your timing is your timing. Your path is your path. What you need to learn, you'll learn when you're ready. What you need to experience, you'll experience in your own way. I trust my timing. I trust my path. I trust that I am exactly where I need to be. Nothing is wasted. Everything is teaching me something. I am always moving forward, even when it doesn't feel like it. Take a moment to appreciate your uniqueness. No one has your exact combination of experiences, perspectives, and gifts. No one sees the world quite like you do. That's not an accident. That's your contribution. I celebrate my uniqueness. I honor what makes me different. I bring something no one else can bring. Let me guide you through another visualization. This one is about strength. Imagine roots growing down from the base of your spine, down through whatever you're sitting or lying on, down through the floor, through the foundation, into the earth itself. These roots grow deep and wide. They anchor you. They connect you to something solid and ancient. Draw energy up through these roots. Feel stability rising through your body. I am grounded. I am stable. I am connected to something bigger than my worries. Now imagine branches growing from your heart, reaching upward, toward light, toward possibility, toward growth. These branches stretch and expand. They reach for the sky without losing connection to the roots below. I am rooted and reaching. I am grounded and growing. I hold both stability and expansion. This is what healthy growth looks like. Not abandoning your foundation. Not refusing to stretch. Both. Always both. I grow from a place of security. I expand from a place of self-trust. I reach for more while honoring where I am. Let the visualization dissolve. Come back to this room, this breath, this body. Carry the feeling forward. We're building towards something now. Can you feel it? This isn't just random affirmations strung together. This is a journey. You're not the same person who started this. Something is shifting, however subtly. I am changing. I am growing. I am becoming. This process doesn't end when the session ends. Every time you return here, every time you speak these words, you're deepening the grooves. You're making these truths more automatic. I commit to my own growth. I show up for myself regularly. I make my well-being a priority. Shift your weight slightly. Notice how your body redistributes itself. Always finding balance. Always adapting. Trust that your life does the same. I trust the process. I trust my journey. I trust myself. Let's talk about courage for a moment. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the presence of fear. It's feeling scared and moving forward anyway. It's trembling and taking the step. I am courageous. I feel fear and I move anyway. I don't wait for fear to disappear before I act. Fear is information, not instruction. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. Fear can accompany me without controlling me. Think about something you've been avoiding because it scares you. Maybe it's a conversation, a decision, a change. What if the fear isn't a reason to stop? What if it's just a companion on the journey? I can be afraid and still take action. I can be uncertain and still move forward. I can doubt and still decide. Courage grows with use. Each brave step makes the next one easier. I am building my courage muscle. Breathe into your belly. Let it expand like a balloon. Then release. Fear often lives in shallow breathing. Deep breathing reminds your body that it's safe. Soon, we'll begin to close our time together. But first, some important truths. You don't need to be fixed. You're not a problem to be solved. You're a human being to be lived. Growth isn't about reaching some final, perfected version of yourself. It's about the daily practice of becoming. Again and again. I am not a problem to be solved. I am a person to be lived. I am not broken. I am evolving. I am whole and I am growing. Both can be true. Release any tension in your face, your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw. Let your expression soften into something neutral and peaceful. I accept myself as I am today. I welcome who I am becoming. I hold space for my imperfection and my potential. The voice in your head that criticizes and doubts, that voice is trying to protect you. It learned, maybe long ago, that if it criticized you first, the criticism from others wouldn't hurt as much. That voice isn't evil. It's just outdated. I thank my inner critic for trying to protect me. I gently let it know I'm okay now. I am developing a new inner voice. This voice is kind. This voice is supportive. This voice believes in me. It takes time to develop this new voice. It takes repetition. It takes patience. But every time you catch the criticism and replace it with something gentler, you're teaching yourself a new way. I am patient with my progress. I celebrate small shifts. I recognize that change happens gradually. Shake out your hands for a moment. Let go of any residual tension. Return them to stillness. We're entering the closing sequence now. But this isn't really an ending. It's more like a pause before continuation. Let's gather everything we've touched. You are worthy just because you exist. You can trust yourself even when you're uncertain. You can release what no longer serves you, and you won't fall apart. You can speak to yourself with kindness, and it will change your life. You have power, real power, to shape your experience through your choices. I am worthy. I trust myself. I let go with grace. I am kind to myself. I am powerful in my choices. These aren't just words. They're seeds. Every time you speak them, every time you hear them, they take root a little deeper. They grow. They become your reality. I plant seeds of growth with my words. I nurture them with my attention. I watch them bloom into my life. One final visualization. Imagine yourself as a mountain. Solid. Majestic. Unmovable in your essence, even as weather patterns pass over you. Rain comes, and you remain. Snow falls, and you remain. Sun beats down, and you remain. Emotions are weather. Circumstances are weather. They pass. But you, the mountain, remain. I am solid in my sense of self. I am stable through changing conditions. I weather every storm. Challenges come and go. Emotions rise and fall. I remain. I am the constant in my own life. I am the steady presence I've been seeking. I am my own anchor. Let the mountain image fade. Return to your breath. Return to this room. But keep the steadiness. Before we part, let me ask you to do one thing. Place your hand over your heart. Feel it beating. That heart has been with you through everything. Every joy, every heartbreak, every mundane Tuesday afternoon. It keeps going. For you. I honor my heart. I honor my body. I honor my journey. I am grateful for this life, with all its complexity. I am grateful for this moment of peace. I am grateful for myself. That gratitude isn't toxic positivity. It's recognition. Recognition that amid all the struggle, there is also beauty. There is also breath. There is also this moment where you chose yourself. I chose myself today. I will choose myself again tomorrow. I am worth choosing. As we close, remember, this isn't a one-time event. This is a practice. Each time you return here, these truths grow stronger within you. Each time you speak these words, you're carving new pathways in your mind and your heart. I commit to this practice. I return to myself again and again. I never give up on my growth. You have everything you need within you. Not someday. Now. The strength, the worth, the power, the kindness. It's all there. This practice just helps you access it more consistently. Everything I need is within me. I am complete as I am. I am also always becoming more. Both are true. Both are beautiful. Both are me. Take one final breath. A deep, full, claiming breath. This breath says, I am here. I matter. I am growing. I am worthy. Exhale slowly. Let it go. Let all of it go. When you're ready, bring movement back into your body. Wiggle your fingers. Rotate your ankles. Stretch if it feels right. You've done something meaningful here. You've given yourself attention and care. You've planted seeds that will grow in ways you can't yet see. Carry these truths with you today. Let them hum quietly in the background of your life. And know that whenever you need a reminder, you can return. As many times as you need. The door is always open. I carry these truths with me. I am worthy. I am capable. I am becoming. I am enough. And so it is.